Tribe. So this video is on anxiety, overwhelm, and fruit. So what do all these things have in common? And that's what I'm going to go through today. So this comes off the back of one of my coaching calls where a client was having an episode of anxiety where she was struggling to get out of bed. She's just struggling with day-to-day functions and being able to get herself motivated. She'd completely shut down and she didn't feel like she could move forward. So it happens. I get it. I have a lot of clients that deal with either periods of anxiety or actually are on medication and also seeing a psychologist in regards to their anxiety. So it is something that comes up in our coaching sessions. And obviously I want to use really practical tools and strategies because that's what a life coach does. They work with tools and strategies and to be able to move you forward. So I use the analogy of low-hanging fruit, and you might have heard this in other areas of your life. It might be at work where you're told to do the easy things first, which is your low-hanging fruit, or it might be in a sales capacity where you've been told to go after the easy leads first and then go after the harder ones. Well, I was going to use it as a way to move my client forward in this episode of anxiety. So I drew a little picture of a tree, and now guess what? I'm not an artist, just letting you know. So if you expected a beautiful tree, it wasn't this. It was just a scribble, and I put some little apples on there, and we put some apples down the bottom, some apples in the midway, and then a few apples at the top. So down at the bottom, they're the things that she could easily do and just get out of bed and do. And we set it easy. So we set the bar really easy, so it's just movement, because that movement creates momentum. And if I can get her moving forward and just taking that little bit of momentum and initiative to move forward, then she's able to work through other stuff. But if she only decided to pick one apple that day, that was completely fine. We just want one apple per day to be able to fuel herself to be able to move forward. So one of those pieces of fruit was to brush her dog. So something really simple that she could do for somebody else, i.e. a pet, was to brush her dog. Then it was to prep her gym clothes. It wasn't actually to go to the gym or anything. It was just to set her gym clothes out. That was all. So it was something fairly simple that she could do. She could wipe down her bathroom, so wipe down the vanity and make it all pretty. And the last one was to actually do the dishes, and that meant also drying them up and putting them away. So there were little tiny tasks to be able to move her forward. And the idea is that with low-hanging fruit, you can just reach up, pluck it and eat it. Or reach up, do the activity and be able to go, yeah, okay, I achieved something for today. Because we were looking for that sense of achievement and just something really small that there wasn't any anxiety around doing it. And if that's all she did, if she only did one of those per day, I was perfectly fine with that because it was just that little tiny piece of momentum. Then the next step, we looked at some of the higher hanging fruits. And this is for in a couple of weeks' time when she's got a little bit more momentum and she's getting herself out of the funk. So this might mean that you get a step ladder. So it's not so easy to just pluck like the low hanging fruit. It's like with the step ladder. And that was things like going to the gym, meal prepping, and doing 1,000 steps per day. So they're little things towards her goals, but they might not be just right now. But when she's ready, she can pull out the step ladder and move forward to the next level. And then we put some stuff on the high level. So the high level, she actually needs a giant ladder, and it's for when she's feeling 100% back to her normal self. And that is to rewrite her resume so she can get into a job that doesn't drag her down like her current job. So her current job is causing her some anxiety, but there's no way I could turn around and say, hey, you need to rewrite your resume, you need to go apply for all these jobs, and then you'll be able to deal with your anxiety. No, I needed her to pick the low-hanging fruit, eat that, and then be able to move forward and hopefully return to work. So these are just little things. So you start with that momentum of doing something tiny, get that sense of achievement, and then go to the lower hanging fruit and then the ones that require a ladder. So it's a 3-step process. You can draw in your journal a pretty little tree and some apples or some oranges, depending on what your favorite fruit is, and use your low hanging fruit as your easy ones. Then move to your mid-level and then the top level, which is something big that you know that you need to tackle, but you're not quite ready to do just yet. So if you're enjoying these videos, please give me a like, a share, a love, anything to get more traction, because the more that you interact with me, the more I'm able to serve you better and get my message out there, because I want to help other people. I want to help people with their eating disorders and empower them to have a better relationship with food. And why is overwhelm and anxiety an issue when it comes to food? Generally, when clients are in this state, that's when they're not eating healthy food and they're not having that healthy relationship with food. So if I give them tools and strategies to work towards a healthy relationship, then they can move forward. If you haven't already, do jump onto my website, Transformations by Kim, sign up for my newsletter, because every single week I deliver a video just like this into your inbox, something tangible, something easy that you can do straight away, or it might be something you go, oh, I need to journal about that. But it's a tip, a strategy, or a tool that will help you have an empowered relationship with food. While you're on that website, have a bit of a look around. You can see all the other ways that you can work with me. And I obviously am here to help you. So if you've got any questions or anything that you would like me to help you with, please comment on this or send me via my website. There is a contact form there that you can send me some feedback and some things that you would like me to address. So I do hope these videos are helping. I am here to serve you, and any which way that I can help, please let me know.